Hey everybody, Ron Amadio here from Ars Technica, and in front of me are a bunch of smartphones. This is kind of the 2016 lineup from left to right. We've got the Google Pixel, the Samsung Galaxy S7, the HTC 10, and the LG V20. And these are all kind of here as my visual aid to say that smartphone design has really stagnated. These all pretty much follow the same basic design, and the entire industry, every phone looks like this. Here's a bunch of phones from Huawei, and here's a OnePlus 3, and here's some kind of phone from Verizon. This is really boring. Nobody tries to do anything different, and I want to see something new and different and interesting. A little bit ago, Xiaomi in China launched this thing, the Xiaomi Mi Mix, and just look at the bezel on this thing. For the Mi Mix, Xiaomi is calling this thing a concept phone. It kind of tried to design the smartphone of the future, where the screen is as big as possible while still working as a phone and still having a front-facing camera. Everything's just kind of been moved around, and they've kind of come up with a better design template for the normal smartphone. So the earpiece on top is gone. There's nothing there, but you can still make phone calls. The frame in here vibrates to give you sound while you're talking on the phone. There's still a front-facing camera, it's just not on top now. It's all the way down here at the bottom. The proximity sensor lives behind the screen. It's an ultrasonic one, so it can just kind of blast right through the screen and tell if your face is up against the phone or not. I think every change Xiaomi made to make the screen this big really kind of worked out. The earpiece sounds great for phone calls, the front-facing camera works, the proximity sensor works, auto brightness works, everything kind of shifted around but still functions just fine. So here's the front-facing camera, and you can see me, hello. And at this angle it's really bad, but if you just flip the phone over, everything will rotate, and the front-facing camera gives you kind of a normal perspective now. I have seen comments online that people were worried these super tiny bezels might make it easy to accidentally touch the screen. There is some palm rejection going on here. This is a touch test, and you can kind of like give the phone a death grip and it still isn't registering fake touches, and like even if you roll your palm all the way onto the screen, like I'm contacting the screen with my palm right now, it's not registering this as a touch because it's looking for finger-shaped touch points. The one weird thing is on the top of the phone there's no palm rejection, so kind of if you hold it like this you will get weird touch points and the screen will kind of go crazy. I don't get why that's on the sides but not the top. On the bottom is a USB Type-C plug and speakers, one speaker, power button, headphone jack. This phone is absolutely huge. So it's a 6.4-inch screen. It's bigger than a Google Pixel. It's actually about the size of a Nexus 6. I don't think anyone's clamoring for a 6.4-inch smartphone. It would be nice to see this design just kind of maybe shrunken down a little bit so it's not such a pocket buster. The really scary part about this is probably how fragile it is. The entire back of the phone is ceramic, which is kind of a new material for smartphones. Xiaomi says it's really hard and will resist scratching, but very hard things are also very brittle, so I can't imagine what dropping this would look like. It's not just the back that's ceramic, the sides are ceramic too, and the corners, and the buttons. So I just imagine this shattering like a dinner plate if you drop it anywhere. The back has a mirror finish and is an absolute fingerprint magnet. I've been cleaning this about every 2 seconds on video in order for it to look this nice. The software is really weird. It's Xiaomi's usual MIUI. It's up to version 8 now, I think. It takes a lot of inspiration from iOS, so there's no app drawer, which means all your icons are going to pile up on home screen here, and recent apps looks just like iOS 2. You can swipe apps away to get rid of them like that. They did at least make the notification panel a little more normal. You can swipe down and get quick settings now, which you couldn't do before. And they finally added search to the settings. Look, I touched it for 5 seconds. Fingerprints. Fingerprints everywhere. Oh my god, fingerprints. Since this is a Xiaomi phone, it's only available in China. You're probably never going to be able to buy this thing because as a concept phone, the production run is kind of pretty limited. And even if you did import this to the United States, it doesn't have the cellular bands to pick up much of a signal here, so you're pretty much only going to be using it on Wi-Fi. But it is a really cool look at what I think the future of smartphones should look like. This is an overall improvement in the design of the smartphone, where not everything has to look like, you know, this.